FM23 has arrived, and we have chosen as our beta save West Ham United. And we look forward to the challenges ahead, with a little trepidation perhaps, because we do know things are a little bit different tactically. So let's get straight in and have a look what we've done to set up this West Ham team. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to FM23, as it is now, with Old Man Phil, and I'm Phil, and it's good to have you along. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help our channel to grow, help us to support all that good stuff that you can see scrolling above. And we do have a very difficult start to the season, and we are in our first match today, which we are going to play. We are away at Arsenal, in possibly one of the toughest starts that we could possibly have. And if we have a look in the inbox, the expectations from the board and from the supporters is that we will achieve a draw. Well, I'm not so optimistic, because we have just lost Declan Rice. Our main man has just got himself injured, and he will start on the bench, and so we've had to adjust things a little bit in order to accommodate the injuries that we have. We do have current injury problems, of course, and if we go to the medical centre and we look at the current injuries, you can see that we have 3 major injuries, and they're all central defenders. Declan Rice, who I was planning to play as a central defender, he also is injured. So we have 4 central defenders injured. And so that means that in terms of what we're going to have to do today is we are relying on Zuma and Kera at the back. Kera, who is not really that accomplished as a central defender. He's more of a right back, I think, in my opinion. But hopefully those two will do a decent job in the absence of everybody else. And we do need to think about how we are going to solve the central defender problem. And if we look at the finances, we don't really have a lot of money to deal with this. We just have 5 million in the bank, and the transfer window has been very, very quiet. We have brought nobody in, but we have sold a couple of players. We sold Harrison Ashby, a young lad, for £66,000, and then Fabianski, we sold him on to Spartak Moscow for £1.5 million. So even though we have a lot of wanted players, we're not getting any offers in for any players, and so we're very limited in what we can do in terms of bringing players in. We do have a couple of players that we are looking at. We're looking at this guy Dominguez, who is a 24-year-old midfield, central midfield or defensive midfield. Looks like a pretty decent player. And we are also looking at Dennis Grieger, 24 years old, and he also will probably do a job. If we do a comparison of the two, I would think possibly that Dominguez is the better player, although I'm tempted by Giga because he does have set piece ability, but we do have a number of players who can take set pieces in Cresswell and Bowen, and hopefully we will make a decision about which one of these 2 players that eventually I will make a bid for, but that's for future planning in future weeks to come. It will also depend on how many of the players that are wanted. Sushek is wanted, Kufal is wanted, and of course Jared Bowen is wanted. And if any of the offers come in for any of those, I will have to seriously consider looking at taking those offers, because they're worth big money and we might be able to use that money to strengthen the squad. So in terms of transfers, it's been very, very quiet. Nothing really happening in terms of things off the pitch. And we do have a very, very busy time coming up. We have to play Arsenal, then Brentford. We are then in the Europa Conference League 4th qualifying round against either Gil Vicente or Clue B, and we will in between that play Tottenham and then Leicester, Southampton in August. It's a very, very busy month, and we are going to have a very, very busy time. In terms of the tactics, how we've set them up, we have two tactics, and we have a main tactic which is a very positive 4-2-3-1, and I'm hopeful that this is going to achieve results for us against similar and teams lower or not so good as us in the league. It's a very, very simple, it's a mid-block tactic. It's got a high defensive line with a mid-block, in transition, a counter-press, and we are going to counter, and we're going to put pressure on teams. A slightly shorter passing with a slightly higher tempo. And we have an alternative tactic in a 4-3-3, which is a low block tactic, because we are going to use this save to experiment with the low block. And if we are ahead in games, we are going to use this to see if we can hold on to leads against teams who are superior to us. So this will be a low block tactic. And so in games we can actually change between these two tactics quite easily depending on what we need to do. And so we are going to be having a busy month, and I think it is now time to go and play against Arsenal. And so the team for today: Areola in goal, Kufal, Zuma, Keira and Cresswell at the back, with Fornals and Susec starting in midfield. Antonio, Lucas, Pequato, Bowen and Samacha will play up front. It's a good team, but I don't think we are good enough to beat Arsenal. I think losing Declan Rice at this point in time was a terrible, terrible thing. And I do have the sound on, so I need to take the sound out. And we'll just do that because we don't want the sound on. Gabriel Jesus go hard when tackling? I don't think so. And I think that we should go out there, do our best. We're going to try and put pressure on them, play very aggressively, and see if that makes any sort of a difference to the game. We do have our low block tactic that we can fall back on if we can take the game to Arsenal, and if we can go ahead, we can defend as well. So it's going to be an interesting start. I'm not too optimistic at this point. Everything is new, everything's fresh. I don't know how these tactics are going to work out, and it's going to be a very, very interesting experience. I do know that the graphics in the game do look a lot better, and hopefully that will help in terms of enjoyment. And it is Arsenal to get the game underway. I do need to check that we are on key highlights, which we are. And here come Arsenal, and they're looking to break straight away. And here is Martinelli. Martinelli is looking to get a cross in. And can he get the cross in? He's beaten his man, and Martinelli's through, and Arsenal have gone in front. It is within 20 seconds. Arsenal are ahead. Not the start that I was wanting. And this has been a poor start. And I don't know what to say. That couldn't be a worse start. Martinelli just totally went past his man. We've told them to tight mark him, close him down, hard tackle him. He just totally left them for dead, and we are a goal behind. And Arsenal have scored with their first attack, but at the moment we are doing actually fairly well, as Cresswell looks to pull in a cross, and that's cleared away. And here is Zuma, who picks up the loose ball. He finds Fornals. Fornals is looking for Kufal. Kufal, can he get the ball out wide? He's looking for Cresswell. Cresswell in space. Cresswell tries a curling shot. And was that a save? It was a brilliant save. I thought that was going to sneak in under the bar. It didn't. It remains Arsenal 1, West Ham 0. I do think we are having the better of the early exchanges. We were just very unfortunate. And there's a header that goes over the bar from Kurt Zuma. It remains 1-0 to Arsenal. And if we look at the stats, we are doing very, very well. We are creating chances, but we are just not putting them away. Arsenal also are producing chances, and it's a very even contest at this point. And can we get a goal? Who knows? I think we will continue doing what we're doing. It's just a matter of luck. Is the game going to allow us to equalise as Saka looks to bring the ball down the right-hand side? And Arsenal are looking to mount an attack. And there's an error, but nicely blocked at the near post. But Arsenal still have a chance, and they've made it 2-0. And every time they get a highlight, they score. They do look very, very dangerous when they are playing this way. We are 2-0 down. And I think we've been the better of the sides, but it's just terrible defending. Souček, I don't know what he was doing. Then he gave the ball away, and Xhaka buried it from long range. It is Arsenal 2, West Ham 0. And this is not what I wanted to see on the opening day. And here is Souček. Souček is looking for Paquesta. And it finds its way to Cresswell. Souček is looking back for Kera to Fornals. And Pasqueta, Odegaard, and he has robbed us. And we have taken the ball back, and here is Scamacca, and he finds Bowen. Can he produce something? And Bowen has scored. It is now Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. One of the things that you do know about this new version FM23 is the amount of mistakes that happen. It's almost trebled, I think. And there's the first mistake from Arsenal. Scamacca fed him Bowen, and he rifled it into the corner. It is now Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. We're back in the game. Is it enough? I don't know. We've still had the better of the game, the better of the opportunities, I think, and we are unfortunate to be behind. It's just our defending has been very, very poor, and I'm going to demand more from the team as Arsenal have a free kick. And are they going to go 3-1 up from this free kick? They've just had only 2 highlights so far. And there's another shot which whistles over the bar. It remains Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. It's a very, very exciting opening game, but it's not in our favour at the moment. And I think we will tell them that I'm not too happy. Let's get it together. I want to fire them up. I'm not going to say you're doing all right. Looks like he might have a groin, but should be able to play through. We'll have Antonio, who has an injury, which is unfortunate. We may have to take him off. We'll bring on Berama and see if he can't make a difference. Here is Bowen. Bowen's looking to break into the box. And there's a chance, and we've put it wide of the post. It was Antonio who's carrying that knock. And it remains 2-1 to Arsenal. And we really, really need to do something. Yeah, why not work it into the box? We look dangerous when we've got into the box. And here is Fornals. That's a poor pass. Fornals really playing. He's out of sorts. And here is Cresswell. Cresswell looking to bring the ball forward. Bowen, can he do something? He's going to look inside. He finds Souček. Souček is bringing the ball forward. And it is really all West Ham. We are doing so well. And here is a chance for Paqueta. And that is a dreadful shot. What a terrible, terrible shot. Too many players are having poor games. We're going to bring Declan Rice on at the back, try and shore things up at the back. And Pasqueta is having a horrible game. And I think I'll bring on Lanzini for Pasqueta and see if we can get some players to do. And there's a terrible, terrible error again. The number of errors in 23 has made the game a lot more exciting, but not for the manager. And it is coming up to the end of the game. Can we get this draw that the supporters and the board want? It would be so good. I think we deserve it. Then there's another poor touch, but Arsenal also with a poor touch, and Cresswell brings the ball forward. Cresswell is looking into space, but he can't find the target with it, and Tomiyasu brings it forward for Arsenal. And we have pinched the ball back again. Bowen doing very, very well. Here's Declan Rice to Souček. Souček finds Cresswell in space. Now get a good cross in, but Cresswell goes for goal, and we scored. And it is Arsenal 2, West Ham 2, and that is exactly what we needed. What a fabulous, fabulous strike from Cresswell. Can we hold on to it? Do I make some changes and try to hold on to the draw? Do I go into my low block now and try to secure the points, or do we just keep going and keep doing what we're doing? Because it is possible that we can get a result here. We do have, I think, 2 more substitutions that we can make, so that might make a difference. And Cresswell did absolutely phenomenally well. I think we might have some more substitutions that we can make. Declan Rice has just come on, so who is tired? Jared Bowen is tired. I don't have anyone that I can bring on for Jared Bowen. Cresswell's having a good game. I don't need to take him off. Maybe Kufal, who's not playing very, very well. And we'll bring on Emerson at fullback. And I think we'll leave it at that. I don't think I need to do any more than that. And hopefully we can hold on or even get the victory here. I may be thinking now in retrospect, should I have gone to the low block, try and hold on to the draw? We'll just have to find out what happens. It remains 2-2. Can we see this game out now? Or have Arsenal got something in the locker? Or indeed, have we got something in the locker? But you can see how many passes go astray, and Arsenal have hit the post. And it still is 2-2. Is FM going to be kind to me in the opening game of the fixture? There are 5 minutes of added time. Can we just hold on? I believe we deserve something from this game. We have been as good as Arsenal, if not better than Arsenal. And we do deserve something from this game. But Arsenal are on the ascendancy here, and I do think I'm going to switch now. If we, oh my lord, that went whistling past the post. And I do think now we will switch. No, we won't. We're just going to carry on. We're just going to see if we can't steal this game. And that is a terrible tackle, and it is a free kick, and Arsenal have given away a free kick in a very, very dangerous position. Can we get something from this free kick? It's just a matter of seconds to go. And it is Arsenal 2, West Ham 2. Can we steal it right at the death? That would be amazing. Here is Lanzini over the ball. The free kick is about to be played in. He finds Bowen. That's very, 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 very interesting free kick. And Bowen gets it out for a corner. Arsenal are defending now for their lives. Is there time for the corner? Yes, there is. Can we score? Can we get an amazing result here at the death? Lanzini will swing in the corner. Come on, West Ham. Can we get the 3 points? There is the corner going in, and it's claimed by the goalkeeper. And the final score is Arsenal 2, West Ham 2. I will say we didn't get the result we wanted, but I'm happy with that 2-2 draw. It was a good result. Arsenal, let's not forget, are a very, very good side. And to come to the Emirates Stadium and get a point is pretty decent, I would say. And in terms of what's coming up in the schedule, we have Brentford, Tottenham, Leicester, Southampton. We have the Europa Conference League 4th qualifying round squeezed into August as well. We will come back at the beginning of September when we have to play Liverpool straight after the transfer window closes. And that will be another very, very interesting fixture for West Ham. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support, all that good stuff you can see scrolling above. But from a fairly satisfied West Ham camp at the moment, having had a very decent 2-2 draw in the opening game of the season against Arsenal, I will bid you all farewell, and we will see you in episode 2.